Hey, welcome to video number 162 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things
BNI and networking.
I am Eric Simmons, and it's good to know we're in a new year and Hazel's still laughing and smiling.
Yes, but that's your fault usually.
That's why one day we got to put together a blooper reel.
The blooper reels.
From all the beginnings, what happens before we hit record.
Yep.
That would be a lot of fun. So Hazel, our last video, and being a new year, we talked about what are your giving goals, and importance of writing down the goals and really knowing about what it is you want to give.
Identifying people you want to give to.
The people you want to give to, the dollars, the amounts, for the year. But there's another piece to this, is where are you going to put this information? How are you tracking this?
You know what?
What?
People are notorious for setting goals, and they're notorious for writing it down. But I find that most business people aren't good at is tracking where all the business is coming from.
Right. And
tracking. So if you're giving goals, if you're tracking, did you meet those goals? And you're tracking, did you meet these goals, my getting goals, so my giving and my getting, you might see some amazing results if you do the tracking.
Right.
And how do you know, this is always my question, you're getting ready to pay your renewal. Can you tell me how much money you've made? Can you tell me where all the businesses come from? Can you tell me who your number one source is? Is it BNI? Is it the church? Is it the Chamber of Commerce? Where's the money and referrals coming from? If you're not tracking, you don't know. You're guessing. Right? It's like paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a radio ad, and you have no idea if it's generating business for you.
Right. Like we know as a stat, 20 to 50% of a member's total business generally comes from BNI. For a lot more members now, it's 100% because they're not networking anywhere else. But the members who will stand up and they'll tell you, I make 35% of my referrals come from BNI. Like, they do track it, they do know, and they're really proud of it. They are the really successful members too.
Because they are the ones that are actually tracking. And so they know, if I'm getting 35% of my business out of this one organization, then I need to put 50% of my effort here. Right. So I can continue to ramp that up, because the effort that you put into anything is what's going to get you the results. I get disheartened sometimes over the lack of tracking.
And I think, just to be really clear on tracking, I know we talked in the last video about setting your giving goals, but the time to track isn't December next year. It's weekly, monthly, quarterly.
Yeah, semi and annual.
Yeah, it's at each of the benchmarks, because you got to know where you're at so you can alter how you're doing things, change your messaging, talk to more people. You might be right on track, but you might be feeling like you're under a lot of pressure when you don't need to be necessarily, but how do you know?
And you might find that you've even accelerated, because one of the things I've learned about BNI is when you share your goals with your BNI members, or even if you're not in BNI, let's say you've just got a network of people you network with all the time from a chamber or a fraternity or whatever. If you pay attention and you share your goals, you will find that you reach your goals quicker, because they know what your goals are. You're keeping them engaged, and they're helping you do that.
Yep.
And most people tell me, I met my goals in the first half of the year, so I had to set new goals.
Right.
I hear that.
When we do the gains profile and the one-to-ones, the G in gains profiles for goals, and when I know when we're doing the workshop, I ask what's important about knowing each other's goals and what's your role in it. And the role in it is, I need to help you get there. I need to help you achieve your goals, but in order for me to help you get there, I need to know what they are.
Right.
So there's a communication happening. Yeah.
And that goes for even personal goals, because I remember my gains profile said that I wanted to run a mini marathon. I wanted to do the Indy 500 mini marathon, but I have never run or I never done anything like that, and I was pretty overweight. And the person I was doing the one-to-one with said, I have someone I'll introduce you to. And she introduced me to someone else who was a coach for people who wanted to do their first mini marathon. And so I started working with him, and I finished it fabulously. And then I did it a second year to prove I didn't do it by accident. Then I stopped because I'm a walker, not a runner.
You are definitely a walker.
I'm a walker.
All around walker.
Yeah. But it was that help, that ability to get that help. And I would have never considered that.
Yeah. So step one was thinking about writing down your goals.
Mm-hmm.
What are they? Your giving goals. Step two, which is where we are in this particular video, is about tracking them.
Keep track.
It's another column on the spreadsheet or wherever you're keeping track of it, is where you at with it.
Yeah, if you use things like QuickBooks or Xero or some of those other, it actually has a place for you. Where did this business come from?
Yeah.
And you can put BNI, Mark Simmons. I can put where everything comes from, and at the end of the year, it'll run totals for you.
Right. So members, non-members in your business, no matter where you're doing it, this is a great practice to get into continuously, is knowing where your business is coming from, where it's coming from, so you can then make adjustments, work on your marketing, work on your advertising, work on your
budget.
Your
like
budgets.
I might be spending a lot of money on something that's getting me no results, and little money over here getting big results.
Absolutely. And we talk, I got in trouble a lot of times because when I talk about, putting money into a newspaper ad for the price of membership of BNI is like a lot more economical, except for from those people who, work for the newspaper ads and that's their job. And they're like, stop saying that. So, but if the newspaper ads are working, yeah.
Yeah. How would you know the ad's working?
When there was yellow pages, you remember the yellow pages? Those ads cost a lot. People would buy these full page ads. Well, what really made sense is, and my grandfather company was Acme Electric. He had electrical contractor at ACME Electric, not like the Roadrunner. This was before the Roadrunner. But what happened was he did that so that he was first in the phone book.
Yep. Until
AA Acme Electric came out to be first in the phone book. And then there was the AAA. Acme Electric. It happened. And you'll see that a lot in the old phone books. It didn't matter what the big ad that you paid a lot of money for was. It mattered was, where are you in the phone book?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, but because other people did it, other people thought, I need to do it too, because this other company is doing it, but they may not necessarily been getting the dollars generated from it to even pay for the ad.
And they put it in there thinking, well, they must be getting a lot of business, but that maybe they weren't really getting a lot of business
because nobody tracked it.
No one tracked it.
Yeah. All right, here you go. Step two is tracking it. Write it down. Where are you at on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually basis. Hazel Walker, till next time, step three. Bye.
Bye.